It's time for us to get back to being human again. I know that life's a whole lot different from when I was young and what I am now at 63. There's been a lot of changes. Automation. I remember when the first fax machine came in, when the first calculator came in. We didn't have any of that stuff when I was a kid. And as I think back, I don't know if it's because I'm older, maybe I'm getting a little bit of wisdom. I'm noticing something. All these innovations and inventions, all this technology that's making things easier for us, is robbing us of our human experience. You know, people don't write with pen and paper anymore. Everything's on a keyboard. And I know that we have to have a balance between what was, what is, and what will be. But we really need to go back to being human. Take our humanness back, us being human, bring it back. You know? When you go shopping, go to a cashier, have a conversation. Pay with cash. Don't use cards and credit all the time. Don't use self-checkouts all the time. You know, there's times when it's unavoidable, but if you have a choice, be human. Take the part that maybe isn't as fast, isn't as convenient, but allows you to be in control. In control of the situation, in control of your life. Start reading books again. Books that you actually hold in your hand, not that you read on some kind of device. You know, for me, I love sitting down with a book and a coffee at a table or in a chair, relaxing and reading. I always have. I'll bet you I have 7 books on the go all the time. I never read a book from start to finish. I pick it up, read a couple pages, maybe pick it up another book the next day, read another couple pages in that book. Reading for me is a journey. You know? I'm fortunate where I live, there's a lawn. I can get outside and I can cut the lawn. I don't have to join a gym to get my steps in or my physical activity in. Be very mindful of our lifestyles now. Our lifestyle that takes us away from being human. Our lifestyle that put shoes on our feet. Isolated us from Mother Earth. Spend some time, go out and walk in your bare feet. Not easy at first, not comfortable because we're not used to it anymore. You know, exert yourself, go for a walk. Again, probably not easy when you start. You'll be out of breath. Your muscles will be sore. That's being human. Put the human back into your life. You know? When I was a kid, we rode our bikes everywhere. We walked everywhere, and we were good at it. And then I got old enough to get my driver's license, and guess what? Get a vehicle, don't ride a bike, and hardly walk anymore. That convenience wasn't positive, you know? And before long, we're way out of shape, can't think for ourselves anymore. Everything has to be fast, it has to be done on a search, I have to have my answer within seconds. You know, when I was young, and I never thought I would talk like this. But, you know, if we wanted to talk to somebody and we didn't want to use the telephone, we wrote a letter. So we had to take the time to write the letter. We had to take the time to put it in an envelope and take it to the mailbox and mail it off. And any correspondence coming back would be a week or more. Because on the other end, who received the letter would have to repeat the process. You know? I remember being in the service business when I was young, the appliance business, and we'd have to stop and find a payphone. There were no cell phones. You know, we had to put 10 cents in a phone and call in the office and get our calls for the service end of things. None of this gets you all the time, 24/7. You know, we worked our 8 hours, we went home, that was it. All these conveniences are taking a toll on us. We may not be aware of it, but it's true. Go back to being human. Start off slowly. Do things that connect you to the earth, to your community. You know, when I was young, people would wave to each other in the streets. We'd say good morning, we'd say hello. Let's bring that back. We can move forward with automation and technology, but don't let it take who we are away. You know, another observation that I've made is I go to the library. There's hardly any books in the library. And I said to the librarian, like, where are these books, like on engineering and philosophy and, you know, books about famous people? And the librarian told me that if the book sits on the shelf and doesn't get taken out, it gets removed. And they put on the shelves and they stock in the libraries, I guess, the books that are popular demand. Well, go in the library and look at the books that are popular demand. I think the human race is slowly sinking into a big hole, and that's not a good thing. We can't forget our past. We have to keep books in libraries so that people can go there and research. Not everything has to be done on a device, you know. Again, let's be human. Let's be involved. Let's be involved with our communities. Let's read books. Do drawings. Sing. Do things outside of our devices. That will make us more human. And that will give us a better life, in my opinion. We need to balance it out. It's going too far the one way. Choose what you want to support and support it. You know, if we allow all this stuff to go forward and take our control away, you can't make posts and complain about something and then support it. Can't do that anymore. Let's strengthen our moral values, our ethics, become human again, and have a little fun with life. So that's kind of been my rant for now. It went a little longer than I thought, but there's so much I want to share, and I want to do it in a positive way. But if I can just get people to notice how far away we're getting, how far we're being taken from being human, being the humans we're supposed to be, there's still time to change it around a bit. So that's what I want to say. Thank you for listening to me. I'll talk to you again soon.